Hey friends, this is Dolany TV. Glad to have you aboard here on the channel tonight. As the Edmonton Oilers, well, they got down to business today, trading Evander Kane to the Vancouver Canucks. That leaves us with some other question marks still deciding to be focused on, and that's Bouchard's contract, McDavid's contract, what happens with Victor Arvidsson, and of course, numbers all told for everything around that, plus a goaltender. So plenty of details to go over here on the next few days as the Oilers progress through the offseason and take us into what will be a very important next 2 weeks of off-season hockey action. That much is for sure. So we'll wait to see what happens with, of course, all the other guys. But today I wanted to quickly update you on Evan Bouchard. Bouchard is going to be north of 10. And at 4 years, according to Bob Stauffer, Bob says on Oilers Now today that it'll be Evan Bouchard signing somewhere a 4-year deal, and of course as well something that starts with a 10. That was the much reported number, speculated number, whatever you want to say, by Bob Stauffer. Again, no one's got a better inside track on this Edmonton Oilers team than Bob Stauffer, so keep that one in mind. When he starts hammering the same number, same term at you multiple times in a broadcast, one would safely assume, especially when he keeps saying the Oilers need to sign him as well, one would assume that it's going to get done here sooner rather than later for the Edmonton Oilers. So that is the update, at least today, for the Oilers. And Evan Bouchard is 4 years, 10 something is looking like it is going to be the most likely number when everything is all said and done. Of course, that's huge for us Edmonton Oilers fans as well. Again, there was some fear it would be north of 11 or around that 11 mark. It'll likely maybe be close, but it won't exactly be 11, which again, every little bit of flexibility. Same thing with Connor McDavid's contract a few years back, and this one from Leon Draisaitl last year. Every single time those players leave 3, 4, 500K on the table, it only benefits us absolutely. So that's the beauty here. The Oilers at least maybe going to save, 600K, 400K on an $11 million deal with Evan Bouchard, and that would be terrific, because all of a sudden the math gets easier. There's some talk now today on Oilers Now as well. I don't think the question was fully thought out on the program, but Thomas Ek, if he ends up playing at the NHL level, apparently he's waiver exempt, or if he is or isn't. But if you have any waiver exempt players, I'm not going to sit there and say that one completely, but if somebody like Thomas Ek or somebody you bring up is waivers exempt, you can kind of do the old Devon Shore paper transaction them down to Bakersfield. Whether they go down there or not, that's irrelevant. It's just you get them off the books for a day, save a cap hit for just a measly few hours, and then go on and do it again the next day. That would be kind of the play. That's an old school Ken Holland tactic right there, but the guys that know how to do that still exist in the Oilers organization as far as I know, so we should be able to get that up and done. But friends, thanks so much for being aboard here today. Like I said, Evan Bouchard, if you're just tuning in, 4 years, $11 million or under. That is what we're hearing, right? I think Bob's saying it's going to be 10 point something, and the reason I'm saying $11 million or under is I don't want to sit here and say, oh, it's going to be 10.98, and then everybody sit here and say, well, that's practically 11. So we should be seeing that sometime soon. I think July 5th is a pretty important date. I think there's arbitration or something possibly available to the Oilers, so the offer sheet's going to come soon if it does. I don't know. I've been trying to keep up with it all. I'm sure you have almost just as good of a clue back home as I do at what's going on. Apparently the Oilers somehow have north of $18 million in cap space today, so hip hip hooray, let's go. The Evander Kane trade, again, for those of you tuning in, hearing me for the first time, there is a video up pretty much when that news broke this morning, so go check that out. And without further ado as well, the Oilers get a 4th round draft pick today, which could be useful in this year's draft as well. So stay tuned, friends. Thanks for being aboard. We'll catch you in a little bit. It's ball time. I'll head on over here.